May 28th, 2021, 5:02 in the evening. In the quiet suburban neighborhood of Westridge Colony in Austin, Texas, a CCTV camera captured something that would soon shake the entire city. A black Hyundai Sonata was moving slowly along the nearly empty road. Inside the car were Dr. Daniel Carter and his wife, Dr. Loda Carter. Both were well-known and respected doctors in Austin that evening. The couple was heading to St. Michael's Chapel, a small church they often visited for evening prayers. Because of the pandemic restrictions at the time, the roads were unusually quiet, and traffic was almost non-existent. Daniel was driving calmly while Laura sat in the passenger seat, scrolling through patient reports on her phone. Everything looked completely normal, until suddenly, a black Honda Shadow motorcycle appeared from behind their car. The bike accelerated quickly, overtook the Hyundai, and then abruptly stopped right in front of it. Daniel immediately slammed on the brakes. Two men were on the motorcycle. The passenger sitting at the back had a red bandana wrapped around his face, hiding his identity, but the rider in the front wasn't wearing any mask. As soon as the car stopped, both men got off the bike and walked straight toward the driver's side. Daniel assumed they might need help or directions. Completely unaware of what was about to happen, he lifted the car's sun visor and rolled down the window slightly to talk to them. The masked man leaned toward the window as if asking something. For a few seconds, it looked like a normal conversation. But then, without warning, the man suddenly pulled out a handgun and fired. The first bullet hit Dr. Daniel Carter directly in the head at point-blank range. Laura screamed in shock. Before she could react, the attacker fired again. This time, the bullet struck Dr. Laura Carter in the passenger seat. Then both attackers began firing rapidly at the car. Witnesses later reported hearing 7 to 8 gunshots within seconds. After the brutal shooting, the two men quickly jumped back onto their motorcycle. As they tried to escape, a few nearby residents ran toward them, attempting to stop them. But the masked shooter waved his gun in the air and fired a shot upward to scare them away. Terrified, the crowd backed off. The motorcycle then made a sharp U-turn and sped away from the scene. The entire attack lasted less than 40 seconds, but those 40 seconds were enough to create panic across the neighborhood. People quickly gathered round the car. When they looked inside, they saw a horrifying sight. Dr. Daniel Carter had died instantly. The bullet wound to his head left no chance of survival. But Laura was still breathing. Someone immediately called 911. Within minutes, police and an ambulance arrived. Laura was rushed to St. David's Medical Center in Austin, but tragically, she died on the way to the hospital. What started as a peaceful evening had suddenly turned into a daylight double murder. The shocking incident immediately put immense pressure on the Austin Police Department. 2 respected doctors had been brutally killed. The investigation began immediately. Using nearby CCTV footage, police started tracking the black motorcycle used in the attack. Their search soon led them to a man named Marcus Blake, a local loan shark known in the area. But as detectives dug deeper into the case, they uncovered a disturbing truth. Because the murdered couple, Dr. Daniel and Dr. Laura Carter, were hiding a dark secret of their own, a secret that had destroyed multiple lives. And when the truth finally came out, it shocked the entire country. Welcome to Inside Criminal Minds. Today's story is the chilling case of Dr. Daniel and Dr. Laura Carter. Back in 2015, Dr. Laura Carter, a 38-year-old gynecologist, owned a private medical facility in Austin called Carter Memorial Women's Hospital. Her husband, Dr. Daniel Carter, was a respected internal medicine physician. Sometimes he worked at his wife's hospital, and other times he treated patients at Austin Regional Medical Center. Professionally, the couple was extremely successful, and their personal life seemed just as perfect. They had 2 children, a 12-year-old son, Ryan, and a 9-year-old daughter, Emily. The family lived on the top floor of the hospital building so that both doctors could respond quickly during medical emergencies. The hospital was always busy with patients. Because of the increasing workload, Laura decided the hospital needed a capable front desk receptionist. And that's when a 21-year-old woman named Sophia Martinez entered their lives. Sophia had recently moved to Austin from San Antonio. She had married very young, but her marriage had been abusive. After years of constant fights, her husband had thrown her out of the house. She was now raising her 2-year-old son, Lucas, all alone. Desperate for a job, Sophia applied for the receptionist position at Carter Memorial Hospital. When Laura heard her story during the interview, she felt sympathy for the young woman and decided to give her a chance. Sophia got the job. She worked hard. She was polite, professional, and extremely dedicated. Slowly, her life started improving. She could finally provide for her son. But the job that saved her life would soon destroy it. Because Dr. Daniel Carter also worked regularly at the hospital. And he began noticing Sophia. At first, it was simple workplace conversation. Just casual talk. But slowly, their conversations became longer, friendlier, more personnel. Eventually, the professional relationship between employer and employee turned into something else. Something secret. Something dangerous. An affair. For months, the two met secretly. But secrets never stay hidden forever. Soon, Laura Carter found out. She confronted Daniel directly. The argument was intense. Laura demanded that Daniel end the relationship immediately. For a while, Daniel and Sophia kept their distance. But the affair didn't end. It only became more secret. When Laura discovered the truth again, she finally lost her patience. She fired Sophia from the hospital. Laura believed that if Sophia disappeared from their workplace, Daniel would forget her. But she was wrong. Daniel continued meeting Sophia secretly. He even began supporting her financially. He paid for her son's school, her rent, her expenses. Eventually, their relationship became so serious that Sophia demanded something more. A place to live. A permanent home. In 2018, Daniel had purchased a luxury villa in a wealthy Austin neighborhood called Sunset Valley Estates. The property was officially registered under Laura's name, but Daniel secretly allowed Sophia to move into that villa with her son. He lied to Laura. He told her the property had been rented out to a bank manager. And for a while, the lie worked. But lies have consequences. And this lie would eventually ignite a chain of events that ended in multiple murders. Thank you for watching. Please follow for the next part of this story.